Morning, guys. This is day 7 of kidding season, and last night was a pretty busy night. Hey, guys, it is day 7 of kidding season, and we had a bit of a busy night. We had 5 babies born last night, 2 does. One had triplets, the other had twins. My husband went out for check at midnight, and she was outside the barn. It was 24 degrees out, and I think in the video that I recorded when I came out to show the babies, they were already dried up. And I said 27, but it was actually 24. And trying to, sorry, I'm a little tired. And then I went out for a 4 o'clock check, and Kinda, my mini boar, had triplets. She was already in a pen. And in the barn, temperature dropped down to 36. No, 34. I'm sorry, 34, and pretty chilly. So I had to take Asha, who had twins that morning, or actually that evening before. Oh gosh, when did she have her babies, Asha? I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank as to when she had her babies, but it was either yesterday or the evening, or yeah, the evening before. So anyway, I took her out of the kids' hot room pen, and put her out in the maternity section, because her kids were pretty much really dry already, so it was okay for her to be out there with the kids. And put Kinda and her 3 wet babies in the hot room and turn on the heat lamp. It was 40 degrees in the hot room when I moved her in there, so I don't think the heat lamp was necessary, but I didn't know how much colder it was going to get. The wind had picked up at 4, so at 4 o'clock we had, I think it was outside was 22, but we had a light breeze, so it felt like it was 9 degrees out with the wind chill. And so today, oh, and it also started snowing. And we have, I want to say, probably like half an inch on the ground. We're expected to get 2 to 4 inches today. And then tomorrow it's going to be really windy. Tomorrow we're supposedly going to have about 20 to 30 mile per hour sustained, and 50 mile per hour winds. But we'll see, because forecasts are forecasts. We know how those go. But we will have wind enough to blow the snow away as usual. So it'll be pretty dry this summer again. Hopefully we can in the spring get lots of rain. That would be really nice and helpful to get my pasture going. So anyway, it is like 7:30 now. Excuse me. There is no babies, nobody acting like they're having babies. The next gal on my list that looks like she's got a pretty good sized bag would be Layla. She typically has triplets, and so I'm hoping that we'll get triplets from her again. Okay, so it's 4:30 in the morning on the 16th, and I come out, and Kiora actually has her babies. She's got 3 babies, and the temperature is in here has dropped down to about 34. It's pretty cold. So there's 2 there, and then there's a third one on the other side that we can't see. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a heat lamp in here and try and get her warmed up. or get these kids warmed up and more bedding on the bottom. And I need to get this water bowl. It's too low. These kids can get into it. So let me take care of all that, and we'll get back to you. I got her moved into the hot room with a heat lamp. It's 40 degrees in here without the heat lamp, and I just turned it on. So, but she's got her 3 babies. This one right here, dark chocolate colored one, is a little girl. This little tyke here, it's got the wristband, little feet, and there is this one here is a boar, white body, a dark red head. That is a little boy. And this one over here is a lighter, like a red color, but not like this dark chocolate. It's going to be red color when she dries up. That is also another girl. So we have 2 girls and a boy. Okay, Layla, doing a great job, honey. I am in the hot room now, and it's got the heat lamp in. Babies are sopping wet. 2 of the babies fell in the small little water bowl that I had in her stall. And it's, I want to say again, 34 in the barn out there. In here it's 40 degrees, and I did turn on the heat lamp. And there are the other 2 kids. Got a bit more color than what she normally puts out. You know, usually they're really white, and I don't know if you can see how wet these kids are. Pretty wet. So hopefully Mom will get them all cleaned up. Always gives me triplets. Really nice breeder. A good mom. A good milker. I never have to pull kids off of her. She's always done a sufficient job raising her triplets. I like that they've got a bit more red on them. We'll let them get dried up, and I'm going to check on them in a couple hours and see how well they're doing, and hopefully they'll be drier. And tomorrow morning, when we get better light and so forth, we'll get some better pictures and video of the kids. Okay, so I decided to move Layla out of the hot room. The babies are nice and dry. There's the one with the little red on his butt. And then as you can hear, the white one, he's upset of the new move. And the smaller kid there with a very, very light brown on the top of his head. He's getting some milk there. And I just gave Layla some grain, so she's ate her full bowl of that, and she's got water and feed here, so she should be comfortable. Baby should be happy out here. And I also moved Tala. I moved Tala into the hot room because I did not want to wait for her to have her babies in the cold. Well, it's actually not cold. It's my temperature gauge up there says 40. So we're 40 degrees in here, so it's I mean, she could have had her babies in here just fine. But, you know, this evening it'll cool down, so I'd rather not have to move her and babies. So I decided just go ahead and put her in there now and make sure that everything's safe in there and she gets all the feed and grain and that she needs. So this is Layla and the cleaned up version of her little boys.